Is that still true? Daniel Garza is the president of the Libra Initiative, which means liberty, I believe. It's the largest center-right Hispanic advocacy group. Former councilman from the state of Washington joining me now. Daniel, nice to see you.
It's a pleasure. Good morning, Steve.
Good morning to you. All right, so what is the state of the Hispanic voter in the United States 2026?
Well, it turns out they're the swingiest of swing voters. They are going through a shift right now. Was it 16.5 million voted in 2024? Of those, 20% voted for the first time. So we're very young, we're new, and I think right now there's an opportunity for both parties to try to win them over. But unfortunately, right now, it just seems like sometimes the extremes get in the way. But look, if you're a strong candidate, there's no question that you can persuade Latinos to vote your way if you have the right policies that are going to strengthen our economy and strengthen America and strengthen our borders.
All over the Western Hemisphere, this was my monologue from today.
Yep.
All over the Western Hemisphere, Argentina, Costa Rica, Honduras, Chile, El Salvador, one country after another rejecting socialism, rejecting communism, rejecting crime in the streets, rejecting the drug cartels. Why would it be any different here than it is all over Central and South America?
Well, look, America, obviously is exceptional because of its founding charters. Our Declaration of Independence, our Constitution is unique in the sense that, it offers people individuality, it gives them private property rights. It's a free market, free trade. Basically, it says you have a right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And the pursuit of happiness was basically our founding fathers' way of saying, we don't know what does it for you, you figure it out. And when you let people innovate and create and generate wealth, get out of the way. And that's what government did in America. And my God, we became the most prosperous, the strongest nation in the history of the world. Nobody can touch us with respect to our economy. It is a beacon to the world. It's a city on a shining hill is what it is. And so that's what draws a lot of people to America. It's freedoms to rise, basically. And no matter, who you are, as my senator from Texas says, America is that country where anybody with nothing can achieve anything. And I believe that strongly. And so many immigrants have come to America.
Especially if you open a daycare. Don't even need kids. Oh, I'm sorry. I digress.
No. And we need safeguards for things like that. As Americans, we need to make sure that immigration complements, what we're trying to achieve here. And it's not, something that is a liability to us, but an asset. And unfortunately, there are bad actors in this game. And we need to, weed them out and have a strong vetting system that can allow for that.
Agreed. So why is it, you think, that 3/4 of those people asked that are Hispanic voters say they support what the immigration enforcement is doing right now, while others, white liberal women most notably, oppose such a thing? Why the disparity?
Well, look, there's no question that Biden's border chaos that he caused here distanced a lot of South Texans away. Every county from Cameron to Hidalgo, Starr County, Zapata County, all moved to the right dramatically. We even voted for a Republican congresswoman here in the 15th district for the first time since Teddy Roosevelt. A Republican was voted in here in South Texas. So it had a lot also to do with this. What we're seeing now is this broad immigration fraud that's been exposed in California and Washington State and now Minnesota, of course, famously. This Chinese anchor baby scandal, this breakneck speed of Islamification of Europe has many Americans weary of immigration that are resistant to the status quo. So we're creating this two-tiered society of citizens and non-citizens, where the non-citizens are exploited as well. So that is not a desirable condition. That we can do it better. We need to include safeguards. We need an immigration reform system that fixes the status quo desperately.
No question about it, Daniel. What is I think it's probably the same as it is for most people on most election cycles. The number one driver is going to be financial issues. Where is inflation? Where are the job opportunities? What is the pay rate? Can I make my bills? Can I send my kids to a decent school? Can I walk down my street without fear of a gang coming in and attacking us or robbing us or killing us? Safety, and that's what they did in Bukele in El Salvador took it from a rate of 103 homicides per 100,000 to 1.2. El Salvador is safer today than Canada. This resonates with people, does it not?
100%. Look, you're right. That is the priority of citizen voting Latinos. Very different from from non-citizen Latinos who have different priorities right now. And so those citizen voting Latinos, if you focus on what they want, it is the economy, it is jobs, it is economic opportunity for their children as well, and to allow their children to rise through a quality education. Those are the priorities, right? And so I think if the Republican Party focuses on those, and right now the narrative on the economy is starting to improve dramatically. Our GDP, our labor the numbers are also wage rates, of course, are increasing. All this is going to help, the cause. And there's also, Latinos are spooked really by radicalism too. Like, this defunding ICE. That's dumb. This obstructing law enforcement, in their lawful duties is dumb. I think this one, party rule that could happen, it spooks Latinos as well, because we know they want to eliminate the filibuster, that they want to stack, the Supreme Court, they want to impose employee mandates.
And they also think that people of color, are too dumb to get a driver's license, and if they do have one, asking them to show it to vote is too difficult, as if driving a car is more difficult with a driver's license. I mean, it is so laughable. The SAVE Act is incredibly important, isn't it, Daniel?
100%. Look, it is reductive and insulting, to minorities across the country to say that we are too stupid to
get a driver's license,
obtain a driver's license, an ID even, and maybe not even a driver's license. Look, if that was an issue, Steve, then help them get a driver's license. Don't undermine our electoral system by not requiring ID. This does a lot of damage, I think, to the trust that we have in our institutions. And it's almost like you're willing to play games with our electoral system just so you can retain power. And that should upset a lot of people.
Well, there it is. I think you nailed it, Daniel. President of the Libre Initiative. Daniel, you come back anytime. Enjoyed talking to you. I'd like to do it again.
Thank you.